Okay, that's all I.
Recording in progress, Siri. Okay, boys and girls, what were you gonna do if you were sitting here playing Two of Us by the Beatles and you got to the bridge and everything else was lovely open chords, but then were faced with the dire, unfortunate circumstance of having to play a bar chord G minor? Could this, in fact, be avoided, especially if you're sitting, as I should say, like more kind of folk style with the guitar neck parallel to the ground ish. It's those bar chords are not necessarily as conducive. You have to drop your left shoulder over in order to accommodate them, and you may not want to do that. You might want to remain comfortable in your chair. So here are some other options if you don't want to do that bar chord. Okay. So first thing I'll say is, or second thing, or maybe 10th thing, is whoa, that cameraman is very shaky. Okay, so the bridge of Two of Us starts by Los Beatles, starts on B flat. And you could play that leaving out the bass there, or you can use the dreaded double bar, either using your third or fourth finger to play the B flat. And because the thumb's a little bit higher, for me at least anyway, when I play that particular bar chord behind, it's not problematic, or I should say uncomfortable posture wise to move to get that. If, like I show you right here, like I don't have to really dip my left shoulder to do that. I don't have to make a whole body move. So hey, I'm okay with that. Whereas when I'm trying to get with this G minor or G minor seventh, I kind of end up dropping my shoulder and leaning over. I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. So um what you can do is, you and I have D minor. And then instead of going to this full bar, you could do a partial bar and just play the G minor instead of the G minor seventh. And I think that is perfectly fine. And you'll see, like, I've got my first finger here barred behind the third fret um, on just 3 strings. And then my fourth finger is playing the 5th fret of the D string. And my third finger is playing the 5th fret of the A string. And my thumb is playing fretting the 3rd fret of the low E. And even if you can't manage to get that pressure there with the thumb, with the particulars of your hand, you can just mute it and just get the top 5 strings, and that's fine. The other option for a G minor there, I'm going to just leave the 7th out of the picture for the time being, is you could also just bar these 3 strings, leave the D string open, and actually I'm fretting the 6th string with my thumb, and then that was my jacket muting the other string, and then I'm muting the A string with my thumb, and then letting the D string ring open, and the other 4 strings 3 strings, sorry, fretted with the index finger right there at the 3rd fret. There's another nice way to get that G minor. You could use any finger you wanted there. You could, if the thumb is tricky for you, you might try your ring finger or middle finger, sorry, here on the 3rd fret of the D, like so, and get your G minor that way. So that could work too. And what I'm getting at is that I don't have to do this big body postural shift to get either of those chords. Da, 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 fine. Good. So there's a couple ideas for you. Make sense? Sure. Okay. We'll see you next time on Avoiding the Work You Shouldn't Do, Efficiency and the Guitar.